It's the final Falltallica.
Nitterino.
Tick, 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 tock.
For tick, 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 tock.
E. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so.
Swear to God, this is the last one.
Yeah.
I'm done with Metallica.
Forever. Not really, but this is the last one.
Yeah.
And it is. Rank them, top 10, whatever you want to say. It's Metallica albums.
Exactly.
We've listened through them all. Now we're ranking them.
Exactly. This is the true culmination, because not only is it the culmination of listening through all of these Metallica albums and all of these separate songs, it's the culmination of our build up to Hardwired, their release and the hype and the reaction.
Yeah.
Everything is now coming together, and this is the grand finale, and you're here and I'm here, so let's do this.
All right, so
Number Saint Anger. I mean,
Saint Anger.
Number
Saint 10.
Number 10. Saint.
It's Saint Anger.
It's Saint Anger.
Was it ever going to be anything else? We decided no, because we decided not to include Lulu.
Exactly, and we also decided not to include We Did It Again as a standalone single album. So
yeah, yep.
This
Saint Anger.
Lars and his questionable choice of snares wins this one for the worst of the best.
Yeah, pretty much all you have to say is snare and solo.
Solos? I've never heard of those.
Yeah, it's a culmination of no solos, bad snare, bad quality of sound, some songs, mix them with some decent songs, but
yeah,
like when it misses hard, my world.
Exactly, my world. There's a lot, about half of this album are songs that I would really, really enjoy if they were done better.
They had a drum kit.
Yeah, all it needs really was a proper drum kit, and I mean, can't really say too much about the lack of energy and direction with the album, because it was they
were inspired making this album.
Yeah, inspired by midlife crises.
Yay!
That's always fun. I look forward to it.
Yay!
But yeah, I in my opinion of the album did soften after Some Kind of Monster, but that doesn't really hide the fact that there's nothing that this album, there's no point in this album that you can look at and make it higher than any other Metallica album.
Yeah.
Every other album has better snares.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 9.
I have Reload.
I have Load.
Yep.
And
saw this coming.
Exactly. And there's just less songs off of Load that I like than compared to Reload.
Yeah, and there's just less songs on Reload that I like compared to Load.
Exactly. There's that very slight difference in styles.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're hard for Outlaw Torn and I'm hard for Fuel, so...
Well, I mean, Fuel is still my favorite off of
Reload. And Outlaw Torn is still one of my favorites off of Load.
Yeah, but pretty much, I just thought that the songs that... I just thought that there was more songs on Load that I liked over Reload.
Yeah, and like I said, exact opposite for me. So we might as well count this as 8 and 9 for both.
Yeah, because spoiler, next I have Load.
And then Reload. So, yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
that's pretty much whenever anybody looks at Metallica albums, Load and Reload are just forever together. You're never going to see it separated. Like, if I met somebody that, was ranking these, and then they were just like, oh, I don't know, Reload, Saint Anger, Hardwired, Load, I'd be like, what the fuck? What are you saying?
Yeah.
What do you mean Load and Reload aren't the same album?
Yeah. Yeah, but no, pretty much, I like Load more because I just think it hits better. You get songs like Outlaw Torn, like I mentioned, Bleeding Me. I really like Until It Sleeps, King Nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas Reload, it has Fuel, which is a fantastic song.
Yeah.
But everything's kind of weaker behind it.
I agree.
I'd say, you have a clear line between, you have Fuel, Fixer, and Memory Remains.
Yeah.
And then everything else.
Exactly. And, pardon me, for those top 3 were enough for me to put it ahead of Load, because other than Outlaw Torn and maybe King Nothing, there's nothing really I go back to Load for. So.
Yeah, I actually go back to about half of Reload, or Load.
Yeah, fair.
All right.
So that was 9 and 8, so then we're on to
number 7. I have Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
I have Death Magnetic.
Okay.
More switcheroos, I imagine. I predict this. So this placing for me came down to deciding which of the two newer albums that I wanted to rank where, and when I'm hoping that my decision isn't influenced by obviously the fact that Hardwired is way more recent. I've listened to it more recently than Death Magnetic, but just for me, Magnetic is really samey. And the fact that it was And Justice for All 31st Anniversary Edition, for me, it was kind of because you're not going to live up to that, and especially with their direction of just hey, let's do a lot of loud prog style kind of just kind of blind thrashing.
Yeah.
Almost. I mean, it was great show of thrash, definitely from the album.
Yeah.
But everything sounded really samey, and a couple of strong tracks, including a personal favorite, "Day That Never Comes," isn't enough to put it ahead of the variety and catchiness of Hardwired for me.
Yeah, pretty much where I put it is Hardwired has a much better production sound than Death Magnetic, and yeah, spoiler, my next pick in front of Hardwired is Death Magnetic.
Yeah, mine's Hardwired.
Yeah, so yeah. So pretty much the reason I put Death Magnetic above Hardwired is Hardwired, half of the album I really like.
Yeah.
The other half is okay. Whereas Death Magnetic, it's more like a 2/3, 1/3 that I really like. And I have if you've been watching all of Falltallica, I have a soft spot in my heart for progressive metal.
Oh, yeah.
I like prog. Yeah, I know.
Didn't figure it out.
Yeah, I know.
Though, to be fair, if we would have included Beyond Magnetic with Death Magnetic, I think I would have had it higher because, 3/4 of Beyond Magnetic is amazing.
Yeah, I really like Beyond Magnetic.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I pretty much already described my number 6, Hardwired, but the variety of it, I kind of enjoy. Obviously, one of the biggest complaints about the album was the variety, but at the same time, the variety made a lot of interesting stuff that makes it an interesting go back to listen to, because I guess just when you're looking to listen to an album, you get more bang for your buck because you're getting more genres technically.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, obviously you don't want that kind of lack of focus.
Yeah.
They could produce a lot better stuff if they would have been focused on a particular genre, something more like, I don't know, Spit Out the Bone, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't a big track or anything like that, but
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just a personal opinion. I might have to go back and review this later on and see if I still feel the same way. Because I know that there were already opinions that I had before starting Falltallica on these rankings that I changed. So
yeah. So yeah. Number 5.
Number 5 is...
I have the self-titled Metallica album, also known as the Black Album.
I also have a Black Album that is called Metallica. It is self-titled after the band Metallica.
Yep. Again, this album, it's the most commercial. Everybody knows half the songs. Half the songs are fantastic. Enter Sandman, you have to give it respect.
Yeah, you have to give respect to Enter Sandman, as we covered illustriously in that review. We don't need to bring it back up, I guess. You already understand.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty much Black Album. It's a good metal album to be commercial.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
I just prefer their older, thrashier stuff a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. And we're typical metalheads, so we're obviously going to have that opinion. So there's nothing really exciting and game-changing there. Plus, if you watch Falltallica, it's kind of an obvious.
Yeah.
I'm sure if there's actually anybody out there stupid enough to watch our whole entire playlist, our hours of Metallica content that we made, they probably already know our rankings going into this video.
Yeah.
So it's basically a formality to finish off the series to watch this video.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I mean...
But thanks for watching.
Yeah.
That's
you.
Okay, so yeah.
Number 4?
Number 4. I have Kill 'Em All.
Kill 'Em All.
Yep. It's where it started. It's probably the most pure, just thrash metal album.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's probably the album that started thrash metal.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there were inspirations from the 70s, Motorhead and Sabbath.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much a lot of just, Nawaba, new wave of British heavy metal meets punk. And just kind of molded themselves together, and out came Metallica.
Exactly. They kind of took where hard rock was going, and like you said, infused, the British scene with some of the American punk and metal stuff, and made this sexy, sexy album.
Yeah,
that's just a great.
There's some great songs on it. It's fast. It's aggressive.
Yeah, like anybody who hasn't listened through it and hasn't gone that deep into their discography needs to do it, because I know I was one of the people that didn't really dive into Kill 'Em All that much before. Probably before getting into this series, and it's just a great listen. Like, it's one of my favorite ones to go back to and listen, even if I don't have it at number one, just because it's great to listen to that raw style.
Yeah, like the only thing I can say, the only reason that 4 is because I just think their songwriting matured a bit after that one and for the next 3 albums.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that, and that's why Kill 'Em All is usually the number 4 rank, because everybody's just like, hey, this is an awesome album, and then they just proceeded to fucking kill it on the next 3.
Yeah.
But the next 3 might be ranked differently.
I think they're going to be.
This is another one of the spots where it's going to be kind of jumbled. So let's do it. Number 3.
I've Ride the Lightning.
I Ride the Lightning.
Okay.
Now, see, that's the biggest change.
Yeah.
Because in September, I said that Ride the Lightning was my number 1.
Yeah, and I had Ride the Lightning as my number 2, actually. That was my main change.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Ride the Lightning is a fantastic album. Like, there's no way you can...
Half of that album is... Half the songs on that album, like 5 or 6 of the songs are just songs that are always an automatic contender for best Metallica songs of all time. Because it's just... It's actually such a stacked lineup that you don't even realize. Cause it has Lightning, it has Bell, it has Fade to Black,
it has Creeping Death.
Like, it has
literally everything and Escape.
Yeah, and Escape also. I mean, it has my low key fave song, Trapped Under Ice.
It has their best instrumental in my opinion with Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I mean, you know me and the instrumental. I'd have to listen through all the instrumentals to decide what's my favorite. I mean, Cthulhu, I think, is definitely probably 1 or 2 for me. Yeah. Maybe behind... Ryan?
No. Suicide?
No.
To Live Is to Die?
Yeah. That was One Off Justice, right?
Yes.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
I like Justice.
Yeah.
It's a good album.
It is a good album.
Okay. Number 2.
Justice is a good album. It's And Justice for All for me.
Master of Puppets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's interesting.
Okay, then.
Yeah. And Justice for All, I think, is... There's no weak points on the album at all. Like, it is good from the first backwards weird notes of Blackened right to the last notes of Dyer's Eve.
Yeah.
Like, I like it because it's really proggy. I think it's prog done well. I think... It felt like the right style for Metallica to do without Cliff Burton after he went. It would have been nice to have a bit more bass. Yeah. They kind of fucked over Jason a bit, but
completely.
The songs are fantastic. I think the songs aren't appreciated as much as they should. Pretty much, other than one, not a lot is like big name. Like, if you're a casual Metallica fan, you're not going to know songs like Dyer's Eve.
Exactly.
Or, like, To Live Is to Die, or Afraid Ends of Sanity.
And then even if you're, like, a decent Metallica fan and you're into things like, I know Afraid Ends of Sanity and I know Dyer's Eve, and, people aren't really listening to Harvester of Sorrow or the Shortest Straw. Yeah. Or To Live Is to Die. And, just it feels like everything on this album can get overlooked depending on what stage of a Metallica fan you are. If you don't know any Metallica and you know Enter Sandman, you might not even know one, for God's sake. Yeah. But I just feel that Justice is pretty underappreciated by some, including myself at first. Yeah, because... But I'll need to talk about that later.
All right, yeah. So
I still have to get to that.
Master of Puppets.
Let me talk about Master of Puppets' number 2 album. It's because Master of Puppets is the number 2.
Master of Puppets is always 2 for you.
Exactly. I gotta keep the meme going. 1 is 1. Okay? Puppets is 2 and 1 is 1. Master is a fucking great album. The reason why it beat out Lightning and moved up to number 2 for me, actually I feel like I had it number 2 anyway, and I think Justice and Lightning to the Switch, but I like this over Lightning upon further inspection because the songs that, like, I don't like as many songs off of it as I do off of Lightning. Like, off of Lightning, there's like 5 or 6 songs that I'll listen to all the time, whereas Puppets has like 3 or 4. But the songs that are on there, they're the fucking classics.
Oh yeah,
like fucking Master and Orion and Damage. They're just.
Yeah. I like how you're not even gonna mention Battery.
Yeah, my favorite Metallica song doesn't deserve a mention.
Yeah.
Battery is obviously one of my favorites off of that album.
Yeah.
See, it's hard because like Battery is the personal favorite, and then Master of Puppets is like the objectively better song, in most people's opinion. In my opinion.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I just really like Battery. Okay.
No.
And that's that's another reason as to why it's weird that I put it at number 2 and not number 1.
Yeah.
Because it has my favorite song, but 1 is also one of my favorite songs, and that's part of the reason why Justice is number 1.
Yeah. So yeah, well,
number 1 and Justice for All.
Master of Puppets.
It was, like I said, I was underappreciated. I completely underappreciated it before starting all of this. And when I went to go listen through it, it was I put a lot of effort into listening through it and getting a lot of opinions on it, and I love it.
Yeah,
it's fucking great.
For me with Master of Puppets, it's damn near flawless. Like, I like pretty much every track off this album. Like, yeah, like, Thing That Should Not Be is the weakest song, but it's still a good song. It's weird and eerie, but just as, like, the big songs go, like you mentioned, you can't overlook Battery, Master of Puppets, Welcome Home Sanitarium, Disposable Heroes, Damaging, Orion. Like, they're all staples.
Like, they are the heaviest hitting songs in their lineup.
Yeah, and for me, a lot of it is my favorite song by Metallica is Master of Puppets, and it's just everything off this album is similar to that style.
Yeah,
and the style and approach they went with every song on this album. It's big, it's epic, it's thrashy. I like it.
Yeah,
and I get what you're saying about Injustice for All. Injustice for All is fucking up there, man.
Yeah.
Like, going into this whole Falltallica thing, I was even telling you, it's like, Injustice for All is underrated.
Yeah. And I didn't believe it at first.
I know, and now you have it higher than me.
You made me a believer. You made me believe in the prog. Congratulations.
Yeah, I went for the pure thrash album, and you went for the prog album.
It is literally the opposite of what we were doing.
Fuck?
See, clearly this time has just changed us.
Yeah,
we have been completely turned upside down.
The last couple months has been a moment together.
You shared it with us. That's you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
viewers like you.
Thanks for the donations.
Thanks for the updates. All like one of you.
But seriously, if you listen to the whole entire thing and are here at the end, thanks. Appreciate. You're probably pretty bored, but we appreciate the effort of getting through it painfully and slowly.
Yep.
But yeah,
there you have it.
We have now railed with Metallica for, oh god, we should add up how long the whole entire series is. It's probably at least 6 hours.
Oh, it has to be. Like,
fuck, like this is like a lazy Sunday. You got to put this on.
Oh yeah,
to get through the whole entire playlist.
I feel like you could almost take as much time listening to our Falltallica as you could just listening to the Metallica discography.
Yeah. But then you don't get shitty memes. So, I mean...
It's all about the memes.
Exactly. If you're not meming, you got a meme hired.
Yeah.
That's clearly how you get the viewers.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. This is the end of Falltallica.
Yeah.
Not of the channel.
It's over.
It's all over now.
We did it. We started in September. It's like, this will be a good idea. Not really understanding how much of a commitment it would actually be.
Yeah.
Especially working around work and everything. But
exactly.
So, we really had to commit to it at times. And
yeah. Where it's on days where it's just like, hey, we have to get this recorded by the end of the week. It's like, we need to get 3 reviews done. Oh my god, when am I going to find the time to listen to this?
Yeah, I know.
Start waking up in the morning before work just to get reviews right.
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, I want to just relax today, but I gotta watch the same kind of monster.
Oh man. Gotta watch this shitty ass documentary now.
That was good. Like, I know, like, for myself, I had listened to the entire Metallica discography before going into this. I've seen mostly everything wasn't new to me.
Yeah.
Like, some of the odd songs, both the movies were reviewed, they were new to me. But yeah, like, I do feel like I have a deeper appreciation for the band, even though they're one of my favorite bands. Before going into this, they're still one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I agree.
Even when they're like through their best songs and the worst bands, Metallica still fucking rocks.
Exactly. Metallica's fucking great. Definitely one of my favorite bands. And I mean, we don't need to do these reviews to try to tell people how good Metallica is. They're obviously probably the biggest metal band in the world. So it seems kind of redundant to do all these reviewing on their stuff when they already have millions and millions of dollars. So it doesn't even fucking matter what two blokes in an apartment say about them. But you know, we like Metallica.
We dig their shit.
Yeah, we dig their shit. We wanted to.
My dad likes your shit.
We wanted to experience it all and talk about it and make our definitive rankings. Because at the end of the day, that's the whole reason this channel exists, is to fucking put our shit opinions online.
Yeah.
So if we're not doing it, then somebody else is going to, and we're going to disagree with them.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here.
And now, for the final time, the final
Yeah!